My dearest students, welcome to Insights IAS CSAT MCQs for Prelims 2025. I am Sachin Gopanal, CSAT faculty. A person buys 3 articles P, Q and R for rupees 3330. If P costs 25% more than R and R costs 20% more than Q, then what is the cost of P? Okay, this is a question based on similar concept, that is percentage change. Now we will solve this using the same method. We will assume 100. What will we assume to be 100? Okay, in this question we will assume the price of Q to be 100 coins, not rupees, coins. Okay, first I will tell you about this coin concept. Okay, why we cannot assume the price of Q to be 100 rupees is they've already given us the value of rupees 3330. Whenever in the problem they gives you the exact value of something, we cannot assume rupees 100 to be the value of some other thing. So instead we will use the concept of coins. Okay, how do we use the concept of coins? We have seen coins at our home, right? We have 1 rupee coin, 2 rupee coin, 5 rupee coin, 10 rupee coins. In your childhood, you must have seen smaller coins also, 50 paise, 25 paise, 10 paise, even 1 paise, 5 paise. In that way, we will assume that the cost of Q is 100 coins, but we do not know the denomination of the coin. It might be anything. It might be 1 paise or 1 rupee or 100 rupee. It might be the coin of any denomination. Okay. And why do we assume Q to be exactly 100 coins? Why not P or why not R? Okay, I will tell you why we need to assume the value of Q to be 100 exactly. Look at the statements. P costs 25% more than R. Okay, P is being compared to R. R costs 20% more than Q. So R is being compared to Q. So what is the which of the 3 items is the ultimate, the most end reference number? It is Q, because P is being compared to R and R is in turn being compared to Q. The final product, the final item which is the reference item is, in this context, it is Q. So we will assume Q to be costing 100 coins. Then we will find the value of P in terms of coins, and then if we find out what is the denomination of coin using the value rupees 3330, we will get the value of P. That is what we need to find out, right? Cost of P. Okay, you will understand the concept better by solving the problem. Okay, we will write P, Q and R, and we will assume the value of the cost of Q to be 100 coins. Okay, now look at the statements. P costs 25% more than R, okay, and R costs 20% more than Q. Okay, so with the assumption of 100 coins as a cost of Q, we can find the cost of R easily. It is 20% more than 100, that is 120. That is easily available because R costs 20% more than Q. Now P costs 25% more than R. How do we do this? We need to increase R by 25%, that's all, because P costs 25% more than R. So if we increase R by 25%, we will get the value of P. How do we increase R by 25%? We know that R is 120, so we will write it as 120 into 100 plus 25, that is 125 divided by 100. Okay, and we know that 25 divides both 125 and 100. This is 25 into 5 and this is 25 into 4, and 4 divides 120, 4 into 30 is 120. So we are left with 30 into 5 and that would be 150. So what is the value of what is the cost of P? It is 150 coins. Okay. Now what is the total value of P, Q and R by this coin method? It would be 150 plus 100, that is 120, the 250 plus 120, that would be 370. So the value, the total cost of P, Q and R would be 370 coins. But look at the question, they are telling us a person buys 3 articles P, Q and R for rupees 3,330. It means that 330 coins are equivalent to 3,330 rupees. 3,330 rupees. Okay. Now we can find the value of one coin by how? By this. The value of one coin would be 3,330 divided by 370, right? 0, 0 cancel, and we are left with what? 333 divided by 37. Okay. How do we divide such a big number from such a odd looking number? 333 divided by 37. It is simple. What would the value of 37 into 10 would be? 37 into 10, it would be 370. But we want 333. It is slightly less than 370, right? So we will try 37 into 9. What would 37 into 9 be? 9 into 7 is 63. 9 3 is 27 plus 6, that is 33. So we got 37 into 9 is 333. So the value of one coin is 9 rupees. Now what do we want? We want the cost of P. What is the cost of P? It is 150 coins. So 150 coins, how much will they cost? They will cost 150 into 9. 150 into 9. We know that 15 into 9 is 135. So we get 1350. Option D. Okay. I will clarify one more thing here. Whenever they have not given us any absolute value, this is rupees something, this is rupees so and so, we can use the concept of rupees 100. But in any for any one item or collection of items, they give the value to be rupees something already. We will not use the rupees 100 concept, we will use 100 coins concept. Okay, we will see another problem. Gopal bought a cell phone and sold it to Ram at 10% profit. Then Ram wanted to sell it back to Gopal at 10% loss. What will be Gopal's position if he agreed? The question seems a bit tricky. Let's understand it. Now this person Gopal, he bought some cell at some random value, we do not know how much, and he sold it to Ram. Gopal sold it to Ram for 10% profit for Gopal, for himself. Gopal sold it to Ram for 10% profit for himself. Now this fellow Ram, he wants to sell it back to Gopal, the same phone, but he wants to sell it at 10% loss to himself, not to Gopal. Ram wants to sell the phone back to Gopal with a 10% loss to Ram himself. So if Gopal agrees to buy the phone now, will he be at a profit or a loss? In the beginning of the class I told you, if you increase some number by 10% or 20%, or you decrease and you decrease the resultant number by the same percent, 10% or 20%, you do not get the same number. For example, if you increase 100 by 20%, you get 120, and if you decrease 120 by 20%, you get 96 and not 100. So the first option, neither loss nor gain, it is wrong. There will be some change, and we will see how much change. And in problems like this, we will assume the number to be 100. Here they have not given us any absolute price of anything. So we will assume that the original price of the phone was rupees 100 from Gopal's side. Okay. Original price of the phone was rupees 100 and Gopal sells it to Ram at a 10% profit. So how much would that be? It would be 100 into 100 plus 10 is 110 divided by 100. 100 gets cancelled. So 110 rupees. So the price at which Gopal sold it to Ram was 110 rupees. Now Ram wants to sell it back to Gopal at a 10% loss. So we need to reduce this 110 by 10%. How do we reduce this 110 by 10%? Just like this, 110 into 100 minus 10 is 90. 90 divided by 100. 0, 0 cancel, 0, 0 cancel. 11 into 9, that would be rupees 99. So, Ram wants to sell it back to Gopal at 99 rupees. Okay, if Gopal agreed to buy it back at 99 rupees, what would his position be? Initially, the price of it for Gopal was 100. Now, if he buys it back at 99, he will be at a loss of 1%. Okay, we will look at the next question. Two numbers x and y are respectively 20% and 28% less than the third number z. By what percentage is the number y less than the number x? Okay, now there is some original number z and x and y both are less than this z. X is 20% less than z and y is 28% less than z. X is 20% less than z and y is 28% less than z. Now we need to find out how much is y less than x. Okay, how do we solve this? We will solve this using the assumption of 100, same concept. Which number will be assumed to be? X and y, they are both being compared against z, right? So we will assume z to be 100. Okay. Here the concept of rupees or coins is not necessary. Directly we will assume the number to be 100. So the value of z, we will assume it to be 100. So what will the values of x and y be? X is 20% less than 100, right? So it would be 80. If you deduct 20 from 100, that would be 80. And what about y? If you reduce 100 by 28, you will get 100 minus 28, right? So there is no need for a calculation. 100 minus 28 would be 72. Now the value of y, it is less than that of x. Now we need to find out by how much percentage is value of y less than that of x, and we have a formula for that. What is the formula? Percentage change is equal to difference divided by, the increase or decrease divided by reference number. Increase or decrease divided by reference number. Okay. What is the increase or decrease from x to y? It is 8, because 80 minus 72 is 8. Okay. And what is the reference number here? Now, which is the quantity being compared against? Now, y is being compared against x, because what percentage is number y less than the number x? The keyword is than. Than which one? Than x. So that is the reference number. What is x? It is 80 into 100%. Into 100%. So we need to simplify it. We know that 20 divides both 80 and 100. 20 into 4 is 80 and 20 into 5 is 100, and 4 divides 8. 4 into 2 is 8. So we are left with 2 into 5, that is 10%. So the answer is option B, 10%. So in this context, x 80 is 10%, 72 is 10% less than 80. We will look at the next question. X salary is 20% more than Z's salary. Y's salary is 20% less than Z's salary. If the difference between X salary and Y's salary is rupees 50,000, find Z's salary. Okay, now they have given us some value, rupees 50,000 exactly. So we cannot assume anything to be rupees 100. Instead, we will assume that whatever we want to assume, it to be 100 coins of whichever denomination. Okay. Now, first let's understand the question. There are three persons, X, Y and Z. X salary is 20% more than Z's salary, and Y's salary is 20% less than again Z's salary, and the difference between X and Y salary is 50,000, and they want to find out the salary of Z. Okay. Now, X and Y, both of them, they are being compared to Z, right? So we will assume Z's salary to be 100 coins, not rupees, 100 coins. Why? because they have already given us some value to be 50,000. So we cannot assume Z salary to be 100 rupees, we will assume it to be 100 coins. Based on that, we will find out the values, the salaries of X and Y. Now, we will find out the value of the denomination of the coin, and by finding the denomination of the coin, we can find the salary of Z. Okay, we shall begin to solve now. Now, we will assume the salary of Z to be 100 coins, and X salary is 20% more than Z's salary. So, if Z's salary is 100 coins, X salary would be 120 coins, right? 120 coins. And what about Y salary? Y salary is 20% less than Z salary. So, Z salary is 100. So, 20% less than 100, that would be 80, right? Okay. Now, they have given us that difference between X salary and Y's salary is 50,000. What is the difference between X salary and Y's salary in terms of coins? It is 40 coins, 120 coins and 80 coins. The difference is 40 coins. And they have told us that this 40 coins is equivalent to 50,000 rupees. Yes. So, what would the value of one coin be? It would be this much, right? One coin is equal to 50,000 divided by 40. 0 cancel, 0 cancel. If you divide 5,000 by 4, it would be 1,250. So, the value of one coin that we had assumed to be Z salary is 1,250 rupees. So, Z salary is 100 such coins. So, what would be Z's salary actually? We just need to add 2 more zeros in front of 1250, right? How much it would be? 125000 because 100 coins. So, it would be 1,25,000. Do we have an option? Yes, it is option C. We will look at the next question. As a result of 25% hike in the price of rice per kg, a person is able to purchase 6 kg less rice for rupees 1,200. What was the original price of rice per kg? Okay, let's understand the problem now. What has happened here? Initially, the price of rice was something. It was increased by 25%. Okay. Now, this person, one person, he used to buy some certain number of kgs of rice for rupees 1,200. But because of this price hike, he for the same price 1,200, he is now able to buy 6 kg less rice than what he used to buy before. Let's say he used to buy 100 kgs of rice or 200 kg rice for this 1,200 rupees. Now he will be buying 100 minus 6, that is 94 kgs. This is an example, it is not the exact value. And that is the question. And now they are asking us, what was the original price of the rice per kg? That is before the price hike, of 25%, what was the price of rice originally? How do we solve this? Again, we will solve this using the assumption of 100, but here they have given us one value, 1,200 rupees. So, we cannot use the rupees 100 concept. Instead, we will use 100 coins concept. We will assume the price of rice earlier, the original price of rice to be 100 coins before the price hike, and after the price hike, it would be 125 coins. And using that concept, we will try to answer this question. How do we do this? Okay, make a table like this. Price per kg and quantity. Okay. Originally, what was the price of the rice? We assumed it to be 100 coins. And what was the quantity that was being bought with 1,200 before? We will assume it to be x kg. Okay. Now there has been a 25% hike in the price of the rice. So, if you needed to pay 100 coins for the rice before, now you need to pay 125 coins because there has been a 25% hike. And now the quantity that you are getting because of this price rise is 6 kg less, it would be x minus 6. Okay. In both the cases, the amount that the person is spending is 1200. Yes, 100 coins, x kgs of 100 coins of the rice, it would cost him rupees 1200, and x minus 6 kgs of rice of cost 125 coins, that is also costing him 1200. Same, right? Because in both the cases he is spending 1200. In one case he was getting 6 kg more, in the other case he is getting 6 kg less. So if both are costing the same, we can equate them, right? How do we equate them? In the first context, 100 into x would be 1200. Yes. In the second context, it would be 125 into x minus 6, that will also be 1200. So we can equate them, because the RHS is same on both the sides, we can equate the LHS. And now we shall solve. How much it would be? 100x is equal to 125x. What is 125 into 6? That would be 125 into 2 is 250, 250 into 3 is 750, so it would be 750, because 6 is 2 into 3, right? Okay. Or you can solve it like this, 125 into 6, 6 5 is 30, 6 into 2 is 12, 5, okay, 6 1s are 6, 7, okay. So 125 into 6 is 750, okay. Now we can find the value of x. We will send 750 this side to LHS and it becomes plus 750, and 125x minus 100x, because x was positive that side, it becomes negative this side. So what do we get? We get 750 is equal to 25x, and what is the value of x? It is 750 divided by 25. If you divide 750 by 25, you will get 30. So, and what is this 30? Earlier that person, he was getting 30 kg, so x is 30, right? 30 kg of rice for 100 coins. Okay. Now we can find what the value of 100 coins is. How? I will wipe this. Because 30 kgs of rice of 100 coins per kg price, it is a total, it is summing up to 12,200, right? So 100 coins into 30 kg, it is coming up to 1200 rupees. So what would the value of 100 coins be? 100 coins value would be 1200 divided by 30, 0 0 cancel, 120 divided by 3, it would be 40. So the value of 100 coins is 40 rupees. We need not find the value of one coin here, because that is what we want. The original price per kg, we assume the original price per kg to be 100 coins, and that 100 coins, it comes to be 40 rupees, and that is your answer. So the price per kg of the rice before hike was rupees 40, and then it was increased by 25%, and then earlier the person used to get 30 kgs, now he will be getting only 24 kgs for that. It might seem a bit confusing, but solve it at your end, and you will be able to understand the concept after one trial. We will look at another problem. What percent of water must be mixed with honey so as to gain 20% by selling the mixture at the cost price of honey? Okay, what is this very confusing sentence formation? I will explain to you. Now there is one person who is buying honey, and then he is mixing honey with water, and thus his selling price per kg or per liter, it is same as the price at which he bought it. For example, let's say this person bought 1 kg of honey for 100 rupees, 1 kg of honey for 100 rupees, and he will sell 1 kg for 100 rupees, but it will not be pure honey, he will mix it with water. So the quantity of the honey is increased, So even though it appears that he is selling it at its cost price, he will get a profit. In this context, he needs to get a profit of 20%. So how much water should he mix to the honey? That is the question. Okay, how do we solve this? Okay, we will assume the price of the honey, original honey, cost price of the original to be 100 rupees. Now there is no absolute rupee value here, so we can assume the price of cost price of honey per kg to be 100 rupees, and we will assume that he bought x kgs of honey. Okay, we will assume the price of the honey to be rupees 100, and what is the quantity that he buying? The quantity that he is buying is x kg, and what is the total cost that he is bearing is, total cost that he is bearing is 100x rupees. Yes. Now he will keep the price, he will be selling it at the same price at which he bought. So it would be rupees 100. However, the quantity would have been changed. The quantity would have been changed, and he would be getting how much profit? 20% profit. Okay, earlier he spent 100x rupees. Now he needs to get 20% profit. So his total selling price would be how much? It would be 20% more than this 100x, right? He spent 100x to buy it. Now he will charge 120x so that he will get 20% profit. 100 becomes 120. X doesn't matter here. So by selling it, he will be getting 120x rupees. So how much the quantity should be increased? By mixing honey with water, he will increase the quantity of the mixture. Okay, so by what percent is he increasing the quantity of the product? Now how do we get quantity here? It is simple, right? Price per kg into quantity is total cost. So total cost. In this context, now he has the quantity, he has increased the quantity, we do not know, we will take it as question mark for now. 100 into question mark, this should give us 120x, right? Because price per kg into quantity gives us total cost. So what is the value of question mark? It would be 120x divided by 100, 10 cancel, 12 by 10, both are divisible by 2, 2 into 6, 2 into 5. So the value of question mark would be 6 by 5x. So the quantity was increased from x to 6 by 5x. Now what is the increase in quantity? The increase in quantity is 6 by 5x minus x. And but what are they asking us? They are asking for the percentage change. From here to here, there has been an increase, and that increase, it is contributed by water, because he has mixed water. What is the percentage change in the quantity? That is your answer. How do we find percentage change? We have a formula for that. What is the formula? Percentage change is given by increase or decrease. Increase or decrease. Increase or decrease divided by reference number. In this context, what is the increase or decrease? It is 6 by 5x minus x. It is 6 by 5x minus x. And what is the reference number? It is the original number, that is x, because originally the quantity we assumed it to be x. So what happens here? 6 by 5x minus x. We can write x as 5 by 5x, right? Divided by x. So what does it become? 6 by 5x minus 5 by 5x. We can take divide by 5x as common. So it is 1 by 5x. 6 minus 5 is 1. So 1 by 5x divided by x. And x get cancelled. So, you are left with 1 by 5 and you multiply it with 100%, you will get the percentage change. 5 divides 100, it is 20. So, the answer is 20%. So, in this context, this person, he is mixing honey with 20% water to increase the quantity, so that even though he sells at the price which he actually bought it at, he is earning 20% profit. Now, there is a further very easier method to solve this problem without any of these complicated calculations. Now, he is buying it at some price and he is selling it at the same price per kg, but there has been an increase in quantity. Okay. So, what is the total price actually? During solving the problem using previous method, we discussed that total price is price per kg into quantity, right? Yes. In both the context, in the context where he bought honey and in the context where he is selling honey, the price per kg, it is remaining constant. Yes, because they are selling us by selling the mixture at the cost price of honey. In both the cases, price per kg remains constant. So, when in such cases, when one value is remaining constant, you can use proportionality concept. What is proportionality concept? It is simply like this. Total price is directly proportional to quantity. This is the proportionality symbol. Total price is directly proportional to quantity. With one value remaining constant, this total price, it varies same as the quantity, right? If quantity is increased by 10%, total price is increased by 10%. If the quantity is decreased by 20%, the total price also decreased by 20%. In this context, he is earning a profit of 20%. So, if he is earning a profit of 20%, this total price is increasing by 20%, right? Because if he bought it at some price and he is selling it at a price which is 20% more. So, there has been a 20% increase in total price, and our proportionality rule says that if total price increases by 20%, quantity should have also increased by 20%. So, your answer would be option A.